like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Witnessing the triumphs and struggles of humanity and once overflowing with life, rivers around the world have been holding shocking secrets inside them. From medieval Goliaths to submerged mysteries, old relics to historical marvels. Buckle up to see the terrifying discoveries these dried rivers brought for us. Man-made caves. Once immersed in the fresh water and unknown to the world, these underwater caves are not hidden anymore. Because bringing up many disclosed mysteries, the dried Euphrates River revealed these elusive man-made caves, which are believed to have been built 3,400 years ago. These exquisite structures, present near Al-Asharia, a village present along the Euphrates River, have been provoking many speculations, with many relating these to ancient prophecies, and some believing that these formations are actually ancient fortresses due to their rich structure. But not just the formation itself, but the strange engraving on the interior is what intrigues the archaeologists, since they hope it can bring them closer to the ancient civilizations. Tower of ANAH. Indicating the upcoming crisis, the Tower of ANAH, which was entirely underwater, has finally emerged from it. And standing in the middle of the dried river is presently the top concern of the officials, as it is built in the middle of the Euphrates River. Because the Euphrates River is the main source of providing water to crops and millions of people in the linked countries, the tower is pointing towards the impending drought around the region, and the experts are worried about the dams, which would eventually stop due to the continuously receding water. And another complication which is standing in their way is the rising temperature, which, as per the researcher, is already accelerating the process. Dinosaur tracks. Wandering the Earth some 100 million years before, the Acrothosaurus are considered to be the largest species of dinosaurs. Thus, when the drying river of Texas spread drought fear among the locals, it thrilled the archaeologists by revealing the footprints of this prehistoric creature. Although witnessing the ancient giant's tracks was shocking for the spectators, spotting human footprints along their tracks was what made this whole discovery incredible. Yeah, there they were. Present side by side, the dinosaurs' feet endorphin the ordinary human footprints as they appeared to belong to the ancient giants. So, does this mean we need to revise our old theories? Because if not, then how would you explain these strange trails? Preserved crocs. Usually finding ancient relics and sometimes human mummies in the land of Egypt, the archaeologists were given the shock of their lives when they excavated 10 crocodile mummies from an ancient tomb of an Egyptian pharaoh. Buried inside a 2,000-year-old tomb and naturally preserved through all this time, the reptiles were more than 3 meters tall and emphasized on the old customs that were being practiced in the region. As these animals were considered an important requirement for the afterlife, and according to the researcher, the family of the deceased person would serve these animals as an offering for the demons of the dead world. But it's the number of these crocs which triggered the archaeologists and the hope to discover more about it soon. Submerged shipwreck. Another dry river unveiling another hidden mystery. This time it was the Mississippi, whose receding water led the world to see this incredible shipwreck that has been submerged under the water for more than a century. Being the trading hub in the past century, although this water had many ships, the archaeologists believe these shipwrecks belong to a Brook Hill ferry, which used to carry people and livestock along the Mississippi, but sank into the depths during a major hurricane. Well, because the high currents will once again hide this old relic inside, it has been visited by several people every day. Ancient human skeleton. Kayakers have accidentally found a skull floating in the Minnesota River, assuming that it belongs to a person who recently died and handing it over to the authorities. They later came to know about the incredible discovery. Well, because the skull belonged to an ancient man who lived some 8,000 years ago. But apparently these accidentally incredible discoveries would never come to an end, as archaeologists have found another 500-year-old weird skeleton lying on the bank of another river. And surprisingly, it was still wearing its leather boots. Well, unfortunately, because the remains were ruined due to the water, the scientists were not sure how the old man died, but they were hopeful that it could reveal about life 500 years ago. Bulldog fish fossil. Once again, being able to take a sneak peek into the old times, a man found a fossil of the oldest fish. It happened during a fishing tournament when a kayaker was trying to untangle his lure, who got stuck in the middle of the rock. While trying to reach the fish, the angler spotted a set of strange bones engraved in a small rock. Not identifying his find at first, therefore looking for it on the internet, he realized that the fossil actually belongs to an extinct species of fish that is believed to have wandered the ocean some million years ago and was considered a deadly sea predator. Therefore, retrieving it from the mud, the prehistoric fossil was later brought to the biologists for further research. Whale graveyard. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter when it comes to whales, because if you ask me, they are terrifying in any form. And now, just imagine finding over hundreds of whales in an isolated valley. Okay, I'll come straight to the point now. Present in an abandoned valley of Egypt is the biggest and probably the only whale graveyard you'll ever see. The land was literally flooded with whale fossils, and only 20 of them were identified by the experts. Also, recently excavating the fossil of an extinct whale from the valley, scientists are hopeful that it will reveal more about prehistoric sea life. Humanoid alien. Captured along the river in a small town of Nevada, this strange creature has been troubling the people's mind with its striking appearance. Stretched on a small rock near the water, the tiny creature had lizard-like textured skin and long human arms. Spotting the alienish being near Area 51, which was known to be the home of extraterrestrial creatures, the video left the people bewildered, as many believe that it was actually an alien escapee from the area, while the skeptics rejected the alien theory and called it a prank that was only played to frighten the people. But whatever may be the actual story, the fact that nothing had been made clear even after months of research on the creature made the whole discovery a bit more suspicious. Bison remains. Bringing out the submerged past once again, this time the river of Missouri shocked the fisherman when he discovered the remains of an ancient bison across the river. He discovered a huge bison skull, along with the rest of the partially dissolved body parts. Assuming it to be more than 100 years old, the fisherman reached out to experts for a more rational explanation, who revealed that not just 100 years old, but the skull might belong to an even older species, known as Bison antiquus, which roamed the earth some 10,000 years ago, and is certainly a rare find. And here, a man caught the ancient head floating on the surface of the water, which was present in a rather good condition, and was later displayed in a museum with the other bison remains. Ancient unicorn remains. Considered the creature of myths, unicorns have never been taken seriously until now. As recently, a citizen of Siberia claimed to have excavated the remains of a horned skull resembling the legendary creature. And when examined by the researchers, they revealed that the skeleton belongs to the ancient Siberian unicorn, which was believed to have gone extinct millions of years before the humans even set foot on Earth. But this fossil retrieved from the Rocky Mountains of Siberia indicates that the creature was wandering the Earth only 29,000 years ago. And, as per the researcher, would help prove an understanding more about the ancient animal. Stonehenge. Medieval cursed stones or tombs of the ancient people. These Stonehenges, which normally remain immersed in the fresh water, have only become visible because of the severe drought in the region. But this is what excites the archaeologists, as they would be able to observe these ancient relics once again. Although rarely seen by the modern people, these stones have been part of the many theories, and some even believe that these were bewitched by the old civilization as they caused droughts. Experts believe that there might be a possibility of these Stonehenges being a medieval graveyard, as they have found many human skeletons near them. But the truth behind this 1,000-year-old mystery remains unknown. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. Usually considered the symbol of the exceptional defense strategies of the primitive people, the Great Wall of China is in fact much more than this, as the experts have recently unearthed a 100-year-old fort buried in the wall, which, though small, but was called an architectural marvel because of its unique formation. Already in shock because of this historical discovery, the archaeologists were even more stunned when they excavated these exquisite figurines along with several artifacts from the fort, including the statues of kings painted in unique colors, each representing an era. And further research on these remarkable artifacts has convinced the researchers to believe that not only for defense, but the Chinese wall was made with many untold secrets from the history inside it, waiting for us to discover them.